Historically, men don't like to admit a weakness. Admitting something is wrong makes us think our masculinity is in question. But as we realize that our health is one of our most important assets, men too must become aware of conditions that could rob you of your future. Since it is the 1st of November, we went to an event in Cape Town to find out more about Movember.
We're at the Harley-Davidson Clubhouse in Cape Town, and we're here for the launch of the 2013 Movember campaign. Let's go and find out what it's all about.
This year is all about Generation Moustache, starting a movement where guys and even girls stand together to make a change to men's health and raise awareness.
Movember is the month formerly known as November, where men get to grow moustaches while being supported by the women in their lives to help raise awareness and funds for men's health issues, including male mental health, prostate and testicular cancer. Movember is important because a lot of the time the unspoken issues about male mental health is often ignored. So here's a chance for men that are becoming walking, talking billboards, starting conversations about male mental health or male health issues surrounding prostate and testicular cancer to raise awareness and funds.
Among the celebrities who are ambassadors for Movember this year is our very own Dr. Darren Green, as well as popular celebrity chef Pete Goffwood.
Pete, why do you support the Movember campaign?
For me, it's quite an important campaign. Cancer, probably, I have a personal experience with it. My father was diagnosed 2 years ago with prostate cancer, and a very good buddy of mine is struggling with lung cancer at the moment.
And Pete, tell us more about your involvement with Movember.
I'm a Mo ambassador, if you put it that way. Seeing what we can do in terms of raising funds and raising awareness. More importantly, awareness. Look, it's always about raising a bit of cash for the worthy campaigns. But for me, the big thing is about education.
Tell us a bit more about your moustache.
This will all come off and we'll start again for the 1st of November. So it's just a case of fooling around with different styles.
So no cheating there?
No. It's all going to come off from the 1st and we're going to start again from scratch.
Join Pete and the rest of the guys in SA and grow a moustache in November to show your support.
South Africa can expect a lot of hairy upper lips during the month of November. Importantly, they need to get registered on Movember.com and join the moustache revolution.
With me today is Dr. Lerato Masemola,
Hi,
Dr. Darren Green, looking like some Mexican taco salesman, and the lovely Lisa Raleigh. Welcome to Drs Orders.
Hi, everyone.
So the people at home, for those of you who are wondering, these are not real moustaches. What Darren is wearing is not actually real, but being an ambassador for the Movember campaign, he's actually going to grow an actual moustache during the month of November. Could you tell us a little bit more about Movember, Darren?
Yeah, sure. It's a worldwide campaign.
Yes.
That started in 2003 in Australia, and it's taken off internationally to create conversations and awareness about men's health issues,
yes,
particularly pertaining to testicular cancer, prostate cancer, but also mental health, which includes depression and obviously other psychiatric conditions. So we want to create conversations over the dinner table, and often the trigger for that is this Mo.
Yes.
And this year the theme is actually Gen Mo, to create a general of army Mo's in the world and in South Africa.
Because I think I'm inspired by that. I'm going to grow a moustache.
Fantastic.
Definitely. I think the ladies should think about joining
drink some
us
Bob
as
Marley,
well.
maybe. We'll support our partners, and that's, I think, where it'll stop. Sorry.
So, because men generally don't speak about these conditions, which is why they needed this, and they're finding it to be very successful. What are the cancers, the most common cancers are prostate cancer and testicular cancer. What's the incidence of prostate and testicular cancer in men?
Well, prostate cancer, they find that from autopsy reports and data,
yes,
around 42% of males over the age of 50 will have prostate cancer, and only about a quarter or 25% of those men will die from prostate cancer,
yes,
which is an absolute shame because they can't do something about it.
Yeah. So mainly in older men. And testicular cancer?
Testicular cancer is known to be the cancer of young men, yes, under the age of 35. And, the incidence there is under 13%, but it's a young cancer, so it can be picked up quite early and dealt with.
With testicular cancer, it obviously begins with a self-examination.
No, we need to know exactly what is normal,
yes,
to pick up what is abnormal. So the self-examination, just as we do when examining the breasts for breast masses in ladies,
yes,
with the testes, you need to know what a normal testis size is, and that is the size of a walnut. All right, so we're looking at 2 testes in most cases, and what needs to be done, actually, you need to examine them digitally, and you should do this once a month.
So the important thing is knowing normality,
Yes.
knowing your body, and then if there's any deviations from that,
That's right.
take another step. So you're looking for a mass. It's a painless mass, or
Yes. A lot of people think that it's going to give you symptoms of pain, and it doesn't in
Yes.
most cases.
So there's a testicular cancer. You can actually do self-examinations to look out for it, but for prostate cancers, you can't really do that. You have to
No.
see your
doctor
your
will do
doctor.
that.
So a lot of the well-known tests for prostate cancer is obviously the internal examination, right, and the PSA.
PSA stands for prostate specific antigen,
Yeah.
which is released by the prostate on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
The normal cells of the prostate will release PSA, and if there's any cancer or abnormal cells, will also release PSA. And obviously, if they're cancerous, they increase it very rapidly.
Yes.
Hence, you find that the PSA is raised
Highly.
if there is cancer. There are other things that can increase the prostate-specific antigen levels, including infection and inflammation, and also an examination of the prostate itself.
Yes.
So if you had an examination prior to having to go for the blood test, it might also be raised. So, you don't go into a panic when it's abnormal, you follow up.
But it should be noted that in all men, the prostate enlarges over time. It's not
For
necessarily
cancer.
cancerous. For Lisa, from a preventative standpoint or a lifestyle perspective, what can they do?
There's actually lots that you can do, and this is relevant to all different types of cancers. The first thing is that if you are a smoker, if you give up, this is going to reduce...
Smoking.
Yeah, big no-no. It's going to reduce your chances by 50%. So that is not to be taken lightly. Also lycopene, which is your antioxidants, which are found in pink things, guys. So get over it. It's your guavas, your pink grapefruits, watermelons, tomatoes, and then also apricots and papaya. They have good cancer-fighting properties in them. So lycopene specifically when eaten with fats in your diet, but the good fats, so your olive oils, your nuts, and also avocados, it actually absorbs even better into the system if you have it with good fats in your diet. And then your normal cancer-fighting properties, your green leafy vegetables, things like garlic, different herbs, having those foods in your diet every single day are important. And then something that I think we should be focusing on a lot more is the acidity of one's body. That as a human being, we need to be 7.4 in acidity, so slightly alkaline, and cancers can't thrive in an alkaline body. They can thrive in an acidic body. And we're all born with cancer cells. It's whether we give it the environment in which to manifest and grow or not. So we need to be avoiding processed foods with poor fat contents, too much sodium, high refined
Braais
carbohydrates,
with
preservatives. If we take
that
those
are overly
foods out,
burnt, they're extremely
we're literally
carcinogenic.
starving the cancer. The cancer cannot thrive in an alkaline body. And, with that comes a lot of weight loss and other good benefits of being alkaline, not acidic. So that should be one's focus.
So if people go and see their doctor, they find something suspicious, what are the various forms of treatment that are out there?
Well, for prostate cancer, they can have surgery, chemotherapy, radiation, and hormones as well. And I think the important thing to remember is that once they find something, don't go into an absolute panic.
Yes.
The prostate-specific antigen also used to monitor whether the growth or the problem is getting bad or worse. So they might not even recommend any aggressive treatment. So you just have to go do your screening. If it's positive, continue with a specialist. Check yourself with the testicular masses and take it from there as well.
The masses itself will need to be biopsied and staged according to which exact tissue it originated from. And then the treatment options vary according to that as well.
Thank you so much, guys, for sharing your experience and expertise. It definitely was very, very informative.